What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the brewery, and welcome back to another game on the Xbox One. I mean, playing on the Xbox One. But this time we're actually going to play an Xbox One game. Not exclusive, but you know, it's there. So you might be thinking, well, why in the world would you play the original Crashes, remastered, but the original Crashes on the Xbox? Well, ask PlayStation why they made it so freaking complicated to set up a PlayStation system in HD on for Elgato HD 60. I don't know whose problem it is, but you have to have like all this stuff. Well, it is PlayStation that did it, so blame them. Here we go. And the Switch version doesn't look as nice as this one, understandably, but still. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and I might be getting the Team Racing remake on this too. And
Activision presents a smashing blast from the past. Developed by Vicarious Visions. It's Crash Bandicoot!
here we go. Now, luckily,
it's Crash Bandicoot.
Luckily, this game has like multiple save spots, so I can play with this account.
It's Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex strikes back. It's Crash Bandicoot 4!
Yes. New game. Disable autosave, yes.
But, Dr. Cortex, we haven't determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general. He will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex.
Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
Failure again. Capture him!
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
I know those lines so well, from the original and from this one. It's just like, I'm very nostalgic for it, basically. So I have played the original version on the channel, on the previous gaming channel before, but I haven't played this version. But I think if I play the original version on this channel, I mentioned this in whenever I played Sonic. This is actually the first day I played Sonic, because I already beat it, the original Sonic. I mean, well, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. Oh yeah, but if I play it, I mentioned that if I play a game I've already played on that channel before by myself, that I was gonna wait till I was alone. Or wait till I have, excuse me, wait till I have till I have like another person to play with, so. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm not gonna go for every box in this game, by the way. Not this playthrough. Yes, I actually did it that way. I think that's what they wanted, that's what they intended. You could do it by jumping, but it's, you know. And there's all the boxes. Well, let's get some more Wampa fruit. I'll just get whatever boxes I can. You know, whatever gems I can. Good old Crash. Now, if you're wondering about this over here, yeah, it just goes to Stormy Ascent, the one that was cut from the original for how hard it was. And let's save it in slot number 2. The one right beside it. Well, gotta press the X button. Oh. And of course, in this version, they added a time trial, even though it really isn't fitting for this one. And they don't add running at the end of it, so. Let's see. Wait. Let's do this again. I would have played Twin Sanity before this, but unfortunately, at this point in time, I don't have a thing to capture S-video stuff. I don't have an HD thing for my PS2, so. Yeah, the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and S-video for PlayStation 3, yeah, that works well on here, but on the recording device, when the recording device works, but, you know. Oh, and you can also use the D-pad on this game to move. Well, just what you had to do for the, you know, for the original version of this game. Yeah, there was 3 boxes we missed because of, back there. There's actually an achievement you can get for missing either so many boxes or missing every box or something like that in a level. Let's see. I can't remember, it may be just a certain number of boxes, but I can't remember that for sure. Well, like a lot of these things I've been doing already, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. We are back. I think so far this is the newest game that I've played on here. Or, you know, in terms of, you know, this is a new game, just remade from old ones. Well, you know what? I'm so used to being able to double jump in some of the others that sometimes. Actually, that doesn't happen to me very often. I usually land them pretty well, but oh well. You can probably tell how well I am at these games by now, so I'm able to get this. I'm really trying not to annoy you guys with, you know, how many times I'm getting the Aku Aku mask. It just shows my level of skill with Crash. I'm pretty good at it. And there we go. Alright. Whee! There we go. Oh yeah, I couldn't get... Well, I'm still getting all the boxes to, get, what is it? Trying to get all the boxes so that I can get, what am I trying to say here? Lives. Get more Wampa Fruit and get more lives. Stack up on those because it can get pretty hard, but you know. Whoa! This little Indiana Jones moment. But I promise at some point, ladies and gentlemen, that I will play a something other than an Xbox. Once I can get more equipment, I can play stuff more. Play stuff more better. Grammar Nazis will, well, no grammar Nazis. The grammar police will get on me for saying that, but you know. I say all kinds of stuff that goes against grammar's rules. I try to speak properly when I need to, but you know, it's like, is it really worth, you know? Oh, hey, look at that, another gym, another gym. And sometime I'll try to play the Spyro Trilogy on here. I have it on PS4 right now, but obviously reasons why I don't have, why I'm playing this version. I mean, I have a physical copy of this on the PS4, and that's what I would like to play it on. It's just, you know, PlayStation and their, you know. I mean, with Nintendo, it was, before it was like, you better not talk about our games, or, you know. It's like the whole reason, like literally the whole reason, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U didn't have a story mode was because we didn't want people spoiling the story. I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, that was one of the dumbest reasons. But anyway, PlayStation, they just set up their hardware to where it's just like too hard to set up. Like you have to have all this stuff to be able to plug into it and blah blah blah. And I don't know, it's just really dumb. I'm actually playing this with the D-pad right now, at the moment. Because this game is, or this level is a little more straightforward, and using the joystick, I'm afraid I might like have to, I might go, you know, goes off to the side a little bit, so. But at least they give you that option to be able to play it on the D-pad, and, you know, it's like, well, it's better with joysticks, but in case you do like the D-pad. Huh. At least you don't lose any lives there, and it doesn't count as you losing, you know. Like, okay, so the difference is, if you don't know it, in the previous game, well, first of all, in the original version, you would have to start over the level to be able to start this over. But in the and this is the only way you could save it. This and a couple of other types of bonus rounds. But in the original, like in the original version, you had to get through all the levels without dying to be able to get the gems. In this one, it's mostly you can do it even after dying, but the special gems you have to get without dying. So at least there's still some like that to it. It's like, oh. Papu Papu. And despite them actually giving him more, hit points, he's still just as easy. Like, the only thing that's harder about him now is the fact that, you know... I was a little creative there. Took some time to actually get done there. Sorry about all the burping. I guess I had too much root beer. Coco, would you like to join the adventure? Okay. She came from Warped. And what I'm going to do now is switch to Coco real quick and play a time trial just to show what it's like. And believe it or not, I find it's weird. I've never found Coco to be adorable until this game. I'm going to break these real quick because I don't think they count as, you know... what did I get? Oh. Huh. Well, you see an achievement there. I mean, this is my regular account anyway, so... See if this still counts as, if this still have like, yeah. And there we go. Fine. Wait. Initials, I'll just put my regular initials. DVS. Danny Venice. Now switching back to Crash, I just wanted to show that real quick. Save it real quick. I don't have to save it every time, but you know, autosave is disabled at the moment. Yeah, I have this version digitally, and I have the Switch version digitally. Because I love these games so much, I have it on just about every system they're on, except for the PC. Because I highly doubt either of my computers can play Insane Trilogy, unless I had it on a very low, you know, thing. There we go. go. Checkpoints do count as boxes. Trying to come up with something to say, so I'll just give you a little fact. I don't think I can get all the boxes in this one, but... Or, yeah, all the boxes, but... I'll get what I can. Let's see. For some reason I keep thinking there's something above that. For a second I was like, wait, is it actually gonna go through with it? Yeah, okay. So when I was playing Sonic earlier, I mean, as this was recording, it was earlier. I mentioned how oh shoot, I've mentioned how like I think I mentioned something about Crash, how it was like good for people who I neglected to talk about the part where Crash was a pretty good way to transition from 2D to 3D for people at the time, because you know, people at the time were not used to 3D games, so Crash was pretty good with the fact that it's kind of a, I mean, they call it Sonic's ass game. Naughty Dog codenamed it that because you know, it's facing forward and backward instead of side to side, but there are side to side moments on this. This was a good way for people to be used to 3D games, because it's basically a side scroller on its side to do, you know, 3D. Yeah. Missed 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hog Wild. Something that solely on Uncharted calls his ride. So, if Sony ever went out of business, which I highly doubt that's going to happen right now, or, well, not out of business, but didn't make game consoles anymore, but I highly doubt that's ever going to happen anytime soon, unless the PS5 just absolutely flops, and, you know, and they decide they don't want to try it again. I'd say back then I would have said no, PlayStation is like pure, it's like the best thing ever. Screw Xbox and Nintendo, even though I'll still play them, you know. But these days I'm like, you know, I wouldn't mind that much if Sony had, you know, if a lot of their properties had go to other, you know, that are available on other stuff. Like, if I had to play Ratchet and Clank on the Xbox, I wouldn't mind that. As much as it is a PlayStation thing, you know. Of course, you know, like when Sega went out of business, they switched to just making games instead of also game systems. So honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing stuff like Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter and stuff on if Sony were to go out of business. But I do feel like they should stick to PlayStation as long as PlayStation is making games, or game systems, I mean. Unless Sony, like, just, I don't know though, but like, the thing with Sony these days is, and PlayStation and all that stuff, is some of their decisions lately have been very questionable. And I know the biggest one at the moment, as of this recording, is the PlayStation Classic. Very questionable decision with that. I mean, we probably all know the reason why they made it the way they did. like when they rushed it. They probably, honestly, they probably had good intentions with the PlayStation Classic. Like their intention to make, you know, like when they were planning it, they were probably like, all right, let's compete with Nintendo's thing, and have it to where, you know, you have all these classic games. Well, the thing was, it was probably they probably didn't have all the rights or source codes or whatever. So, but they wanted to rush it out for the holidays. They wanted to get it out there for the holidays, in 2018, and they got what they could and put it on there and slapped $100 to pay for it, and said, "Hey, here you go, you know, buy this from us." But yeah, it was, all in all, it was quite obviously rushed. It was a very rushed game, so like there's no question about it. It was a rushed game, a game system thing that had games on it. It's like I hear that there's some good games on there. There's some that run pretty solid on there. But then there's some that don't because, like, they were made, they used the PAL region versions of some of the games. And even people in the PAL region, you know, who play the PAL regions are like, this is garbage. That's a very inconsistent thing. Like, huh. So the reason, it's obvious the reason why neither Crash nor Spyro was on there. They were ones that defined the, you know, the PlayStation, but it's probably because they feel like it would hurt the sales of the remakes. Well, I feel like if they at least put the one of each on there, they would have been fine. But, you know, like they should have had like Crash Team Racing. Oh, okay, that would have hurt the sales of the new remake of Crash Team Racing coming out. But still, we could have something like that. But I mean, we're getting a Final Fantasy remake at some point, or Final Fantasy VII remake. I mean, at some point. What do we got right here? Little, huh? I don't know if it was a little glitch or not. Hopefully, you all saw what I did, and if I'm not lazy, I'll point it out. But you know, you may have. If you're very observant, you may have seen it. There we go. Yeah. You know, why haven't they played these games on Game Grumps yet? I have a feeling Aaron would probably keep talking about how, well, possibly about how, Mario was better or something, and only compare this game. But you know what? I mean, still, like I said, like, just, I'd still like to see them play it on there. And sorry about the loudness of this controller. I mean, that's honestly a lot of the Xbox One controllers, but despite that, it's still my favorite game system of the 8th generation, is the Xbox One. I know some people are like, but it doesn't have any exclusives, even though it does. And then they'll say, well, it doesn't have any good exclusives. And I shall point to Halo for that. Well, when Halo Infinite comes out, if it's better, it's supposed to have split screen. But if it can, just the simple fact that they did that makes Halo Infinite already better than Halo 5. Just the simple fact that they have split screen is already, they're gonna have split screen for it is already made it better than Halo 5. But anyway, yeah, they don't have a whole lot of exclusives, a whole lot of good exclusives. But, the other stuff they're doing, like with the whole backwards compatibility thing, and stuff like that, that's what makes it worth getting. That's what makes me say, yeah, this is better than PS4 and, well, obviously the Wii U. I mean, technically, I guess you could say another rival is the Switch. But that's technically in the 9th generation. I'm talking about in the 8th generation. So, like, PS4 and I guess kind of the Wii U as well has better user stuff in terms of like being simple to get around and stuff. But it's like the Xbox One does kind of a questionable look to the menus and stuff, but I still kind of prefer it. And I bet if someone dug deep enough, they would probably try to say, well, it's because Xbox has commented on your Instagram before and has like featured some of your stuff on Xbox One. or something like that. If they dug deep enough, they could say that. But that's not the case. Whether they talk about me all the time or if they don't talk about me at all, I still prefer Xbox One this 8th generation. It's still kind of a current. It's still a current generation. It's just, you know. Okay, wait. This may not have been the best idea. Oh well. I still can't get all the boxes right now anyway. I think there's something at the end that, you know. Now I do have to agree with Canada Guy A on something, which his name is Canada Guy or Canadian Guy or something A with like EH. But anyway, something I kind of have to agree with him on is the fact that what I'm trying to say here. It's the fact that Crash, kind of like the old ones, kind of have outdated gameplay. They're still fun, but mostly if you have nostalgia. Because if they try to make a brand new Crash like this, I'll still get it, I'll enjoy it, but if the levels are good, but what about everyone else? Like, what about newcomers? Are they going to be like, this is so outdated, this isn't, you know... Which I can agree, you know, they should improve upon it. Like I've mentioned before that, you know what, I could have got those boxes. Oh well. But if it wasn't for the many flaws of Crash Twinsanity, I would say that one is my favorite Crash. But it's because of the many flaws that it's not my favorite Crash. Because it's the same. It's like you're playing as Crash, you're using his movesets, but you're in an open 3D world, and that's just really cool. It's just, like I said, because of those flaws, it's the reason it's not my favorite Crash. Now he's gonna jump in a diamond formation. It seems like with Ripperoo in this one, it's like it just kind of varies on the difficulty. Seems like it anyway. Or it feels like it's just like, will you get it, won't you get it, that kind of stuff. There we go. Go on, Crash. I don't know for sure, but I may be able to beat Crash this one in a day. I'm gonna count these as separate videos, even when I play like Crash 2 and 3 on here. I'm just gonna count these as separate videos. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna depend. I may be able to beat this in one recording. You know. Oh shoot, I forgot about that. I forgot there was an Aku mask. Ah, well, there it goes. Actually, I'm not going to be able to get the... I think it's in this one, unless it's the next one like this. That I won't be able to get the gem, because it's a special gem. Oh well. And like, if you get all the boxes, but you make it anyway, it goes, great job, but you died. And then someone made a joke saying like, you know, I want this on my tombstone or something like that. Nearly perfect, but you died. Alright. I'm still getting some of the stuff for lives, even though I just missed a life back there. Yeah, whenever I get a chance to play the original version, I'll play it with Corey. If he still wants to be called Corey, he may want to be called City. I don't know that for sure. In future videos, he could be called City. I'll ask him. That's the main thing, is I'll ask if he wants to be called, you know, City or Corey or whatever. There we go. Just gotta do the burrito one. Actually, his name's supposed to be, it sound like embryo. Or embryo or something like that, a fetus thing. Gotta time everything right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I'm gonna get that or not, but okay, I got it. It counted. Whew. In addition, I got 6 lives. But yeah, there's another one. I watched, me and one of my friends watched the Ratchet and Clank movie yesterday on Blu-ray, and we watched it on the Xbox One. It almost felt a little weird, but you know what? It doesn't the patterns of these. Sometimes they get a little confusing, but hold on. Shoot. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what it is. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. Sorry about that, folks, and editing Danny. Editing Danny. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this isn't a professional office where I can have a secretary doing some work for me while I pay her or him. Let's just let's see. Hold on. Confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to concentrate on this because Because, you know, I'm breaking all these boxes with, you know... About to jump over that way. And there we go. Gonna get a total of 3 or 4 lives. Whew. Oh, crap. Oh well, I died already, so what's the difference? I mean, other than that, you do get an achievement. I don't remember if I got the achievement yet or not, but you do get an achievement or a trophy if you played on PlayStation if you get a total of 99 lives. Which technically is 100 lives. It's like 99 extra lives. That's how I see it whenever games count the, say, like 0 as, So I think I got them all. But yeah, see, you notice it doesn't like break open here because it says this right here. Nearly perfect, but you died. Oh, my phone. I'll be right back, but I'll take this time to save the game. And yeah, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. It was just someone sending me a message that thought that I was lonely and needed some porn. You know, or whatever the type of people they... whatever you call those types of people in accounts. Burn. 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 Well... Burn. 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 Now, the thing about playing this one is if you wanted the real ending, you would need to play the you would need to play through this without getting the extra level, without completing the extra level. If you wanted the official ending, one that's canon to the second and third games. But in terms of, I like how it looks like a Wampa fruit now, or has a color scheme of it. But if you want the official ending, you do play this regularly. If you want the official endings to 2 and 3, well, 3 is kind of questionable, but the ending, I mean, like completing everything. But if you want the official ending to 2, and, you know, you have to complete the whole games basically. Because Crash Warped starts off right where 2 ended. In a way. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil, but basically, when you get everything in 2, it ends right where, or you know, Crash 3 begins right where, you know, when you complete it. Come back up. Come on now. There we go. It's kind of funny that people probably wouldn't really know this unless they really pay attention to the fact that the Wampa fruit are going this way. Burn. 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 They got a little creative with what they're, you know, with the collectibles and stuff. Now, EXO, if you're listening, EXO Paradigm Gamer, Michael, if you're listening, I'm gonna give my opinion. I respect your opinions and everything. It's just I'm gonna have a different one here. XO has compared Crash Bandicoot to games like Donkey Kong Country. And I definitely understand where he's getting at. I definitely do understand where he's getting at with that. The thing is, I prefer these to Donkey Kong Country. I understand, like, you know, it needs to be a little more original, and, you know, there is a lot of similarities between this and the Donkey Kong Country games. But I prefer this one. In terms of preference, I prefer this one. Because, oh, shoot. Well, at least I got the gem. I think. Did it count as me getting the gem? I guess it did. I'm not 100% sure, though. Because I'm not seeing it. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm sorry, XO. I prefer this to Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country is just, it's a little too, like, it's not impossible, but it's a little too hard for me to really enjoy all that much. Okay, I did get the gem. But I still want to get those for potential lives. Anyway. Yeah, just pull it out of your butt. Why not? I guess it was supposed to be like he's doing. Unless he's pulling out of his back pocket. But the way they made those sound effects and stuff, I don't know. We're on the road to nowhere. Gosh, she's gonna be really hard. Yeah. Yes, those are the same types of hogs from Hog Wild. They're just not one you're riding, and not a bunch that are dead. And yes, you can actually jump on the rope there, but I'm trying to play a little more traditionally, I guess you could say. Plus, I'm not going to be able to get all the boxes anyway, so... Well, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Eh. Alright. Yeah, for some reason, when I was playing Sonic earlier, the original Sonic, it switched it to 480i. Then I was just like, what are you doing? Well, but so you may see it as a not as good of an image, but you know what? It's an old game anyway. Not that it doesn't really matter that much. See, it's moments like this where people are like, yeah, I'd rather use the rope. I bet they honestly, they probably wouldn't have made it that way. Like, they probably would have decided to make it to where you can't jump on the ropes and stuff if they had not intended it. You still have to kind of have skill to be able to walk on the ropes, but, you know. This is a bunch of boulder dash. Bless me. But see, it's like when you have to go primarily straight forward, that's when I just use the D-pad. Or straight forward, straight back. You basically have to just kind of stay in a straight line. So that, you know. Whoa. Oh boy. Am I about to get hit? Probably about to get hit. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to get all the boxes because there's a gym, special gym area. Let's see. Yeah. Missed a lot of boxes there. He's like, ow. Sunset Vista. Sunset Vista Drive. It's like Sunset Overdrive. It's alright. I played that late last year on my for Danny Vaness Gaming, and I gotta say, not that great of a game. Looking back at it, it's not that great of a game. Oh shoot, I need that one. Just in case I don't have the 99 life thing. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get that, and then there we go. Bats, bats. Java the Hutt. Pizza the Hut. I don't know. Was Java the Hutt in the solo Star Wars story? I don't know a lot of people saw that, but I'm just wondering if he is in that, or if it was supposed to be like he met him sometime. I don't know. Sure there was something, if there was anything up there. Ah, I jumped too soon. Way too soon. Oh well. Come on. There we go. I think I'm just impatient right now. Alright. Getting there. Just gonna get some extra lives here. And I'll be completely set by the time we get to the last area, which is maybe a little harder than some of these levels, but not that much harder. Yeah. Alright, come here. Let's see. I got the Cortex thing. Yeah, there's a Cortex. There's only like 2 Cortex things. Like, they open extra levels. Whoa. Whoa! I still love that moment whenever it was like the back in 2017 when they were about to show when they were showing off some Sonic stuff, like some new at the time new Sonic stuff like Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. He's like, oh, you don't need to see that yet. Like, I'm gonna surprise you guys. Don't say anything, or I can't remember exactly how it went, but basically, like, said something, just trying to be secret about something, and he said, and like, or you know, Aaron, what's his name, was being secret about something, and he said, and like Roger Craig Smith, the current guy who talks for Sonic, goes, "Whoa!" or something like that. It was just funny the way he did it. There we go. And there's a key. I'll play the unlocked level whenever we get done here. Why not? Like I said, I'm gonna play through the whole thing. Or, you know, not get everything, but playing through the whole thing today. For some reason my cat thinks it's alright to grab people's feet like that. Luckily he didn't get his claws in me too much. Sylvester, what are you doing? I think those are going to explode as well. Alright. Got every box in this area. Hey there, cat. I think he was claiming something of mine as his, so... Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, no. There we go. Do 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 do. There we go. Well, hey, I got 99 lives. I guess I already have the achievement. Oh well. Still have them, just in case I die a lot at some point. But before I go to Koala Kong... I saved it at the last sunset place. Whole Hog is essentially the same as like a slightly different designed Hog Wild. I'm not really sure if I'd call it harder. It may be. And I just don't realize it. If you hold the A button or the jump button in general, whatever you're playing it on, will jump a little higher. Well, I died there. Tina Turner. What? Getting all those lives back. I mean, I get enough Wampa fruit. Wow. Just kind of teasing there, like, whoa, you barely missed that, man. See, now what they should do is make a really awesome game that features Sonic, Crash, and Spyro, and somehow make it work. Now Qualcomm wins. I can't do the voice right. Yeah, boy. What? He's another boss that just kind of seems kind of like, depending on what kind of mood you're in or what kind of gaming. It just seems like it varies the difficulty with him, same as Ripperoo. But yeah, I usually like to stand in the corner here and just wait for him to throw his stuff. Wait for him to get done. Alright, wait for those to go away. There we go. Yeah. Alright, and we're done. Looking around to see if my cat was around. Ugh. Let's save it here, just in case. Heavy machinery, or heavy machine gun, as they say in. What's it called? I forgot. Oh, and Metal Slug. Whee! Yeah, they give little indicators of, like, you know, when they have Wampa fruit or enemies in a certain place to say, hey, you know, you can go this way. There might be something down there. Up here, down there, whatever. You know, over here. Yeah. Okay. Well, that wasn't too good. Ah, crap. I'm just skipping that stuff down there. I've already got the burrito things. My cat said something to me. It's really funny. Sometimes it sounds like he's saying my name. It's like you can hear meow, but it's just like... Sometimes it just seems like he's, you know... Wow. Well, at least I gained a life when I was falling. I just risked a life to get a life, so it ultimately was a waste of time. But you know, at least I didn't fall and just lose a life in general. Yay! At least I got a checkpoint. There we go. Five. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get my lives back. Well, I didn't need that one, but okay. It's also kind of a habit to get all the boxes. Like, you know. Are you sure? I don't know if y'all can hear him or not, but he's meowing. Yeah? I love these animals. They can get on my nerves sometimes, but I love these animals. Yeah. Oh, I better know what it is. You know, that's kind of an idiotic move, what I just did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. We're back. And better than ever. No. Let's see. It's like just away enough to cause that. Oh, I'm back. Whoa, oh no, oh. Oh. Jeez, man. All these lives. I guess I know this game way too well. Way too much. I've played it a lot, so, you know. Just kind of an expert at this, you know. This is how a pro does it. I remember I was like joking around like that with my friend, and like I was like, "This is how a pro does it," and then like we were playing like Galaga or something in the arcades. This is how a pro does it, and then I lost almost immediately, or died almost immediately. Cortex power. I actually really like this level. I mean, it gets annoying whenever you have to get everything, but I actually kind of like this level. Something about the way the top-down... Like, I usually don't like top-down perspectives, depending... I mean, it depends on it, but something about this is pretty fun. Or, you know, obviously it's slightly angled, but... Oh, wait, I didn't need that. Oh yeah, well I can't get all the boxes anyway. Why am I still going for them? I mean, my excuse before was that I needed more lives, but now I don't have an excuse. Whoa. It's like I might as well just try to lose some before it... Yeah, I'm not gonna go for these. Or those. Oh, my back. Generator room. Well, at this point in time, my longest playthrough is so far is going to be Conker Live and Reloaded, but I have plenty of games to play, so. I can't remember for sure if this is a special gym area or not. Watch it fall. Oh wait, this is a special gym area. I just remember the symbol. Well, if I die, I'll just play through. I won't worry about getting the boxes. I mean, you can do this infinitely. Try to get these as much as you can, but, you know. That was simple. You know, I'm kind of wondering why they haven't had any DLC for Crash 2 for this game. Because I think it needs some DLC. Or, well, it doesn't need it, I should say. But, I mean, like, it's the fact that, you know, you've only got DLC for both, you know, Crash 1. You got Crash 1 and 3, but no 2. I think that's more of an OCD thing. So, but it's also just well, you have DLC for these levels. You might as well put out some DLC for 2. Like maybe use the, I don't know. I didn't die through all that, did I? Or did I? I don't remember. Yeah, well, I didn't die. Got a special gem. Got one of the special Chaos Emeralds. Caustic Blast. Oh. Now, this is also a special gem area, so if I die here, I'm not going to worry about it. This game looks beautiful in these graphics. Now, I would say compare the graphics from the original Crash to, like, the original version of the original Crash to Mario 64, because the graphics really are better. Like Crash 1 is much better looking than Mario 64 in terms of graphics, but that's partially because Mario 64 is a big open world game, whereas Crash is, well, extremely linear. So that's why it's like, you know. I know people say that the N64 is, maybe it is more powerful, it's just, it never feels that way with a lot of games. It's like, even if graphics on some games look better on the N64, slightly, it's, like, some things look a little more smoother on the N64 than the PlayStation when they have different versions of it, but other than that, it's not really that much better looking. In fact, most games that came out on both systems, it was almost always superior on the PlayStation. If I'm honest, probably gonna be some people mad, like, what? That's not true. But like Gex, like all the Gex, well, not all the Gex games came out on it. Nintendo systems. The first one didn't come out on it. Ah, shoot. Oh, oh, oh. No, boy. I was about to fall on the thing there. I was about to fall on the thing. But luckily I got the blue gem. The flat blue gem. Now we're fighting Pinstripe Potteroo. Pinstripe Potteroo. Yeah. Ah, shoot. No, I mean don't shoot. What the heck? He's like, dear Lord, what's going on? I can't remember if you can hit him in this version multiple times at a time. But apparently, well, I'm not doing very well at it if that is the case. So yeah. It'd been nice if there was like a little cutscene of him like knocking over his desk there, getting ready to fight Crash. His gun is jammed. It's usually when you're supposed to hit him, but you can also hit him like I've been doing. And for the last hit... I'm going to save it right here, just in case. I'll probably just try to save it after the bosses, but we'll see what all I do. But yeah, I'm gonna try to complete this in one game, in one setting. Again, I'm not in dire need of lives, so. I'm still getting some. Actually, I think I still can't get all the boxes just yet in this one. I think this is another one where you... Oh, well. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about getting all those boxes. Since I'm already, you know, skipping. See if I can... See how well I can pull this off. Yeah, it's cheap, I know, but hey, you know, they would have taken it out if people, if they want people using it. Of course, they were also trying to stay faithful to the source, or you know, so to the source material. You know. Whee! Wow. Exactly, Sylvester. I can't believe it either. Well, ah, shoot. See, now it's this moment that it's probably gonna end up costing me more lives than me trying to do this than, you know, actually trying to do it legitimately. Legitimately. Whatever the word I'm trying to look for is. Alright. Ah, shoot. It's like I've lost all these lives already, and I've still been able to gain them back, just about all of them. Of course, if you die enough times, you get the get an Echo Echo mask. These levels honestly don't take that much to actually complete. You don't take that much time. Ah. A little thrown off there for a second. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. This is the Dark Souls of the... No, I'd say the only reason I'm able to do this so well is because I know it so well. Like, that's probably the only reason I'm able to do this pretty well. Because of how well I know it. And even then, I still sometimes have a hard time. I'm not gonna worry about those boxes down there. I don't really need them. I don't really need these either, but I'm getting them anyway. Missed 45, or no, I didn't miss 45, I missed 16? No. Maybe? Yeah, 16. Hang on a sec, my math isn't that good. But I seem to think it was $400. Woo! Here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, and and to make matters worse, this is one of those where you have to do it without dying, or you know, get the boxes without dying. So yeah, they still have some challenge to this one. It's just, you know, it's not as challenging as the original Crash version of this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Watch me, like, accidentally get, you know, no lives lost. There is, like, 1 or 2 checkpoints in this whole level. So essentially I have to start all over now because I didn't hit a checkpoint yet. Yeah. You know, I'm not worrying about all the boxes. Because I've already died, so... well, you know. Only if I start to lose too many lives. I also do need to break some boxes to get, like, Tana and or Brio's thing. I think it's like the first few games I played on for Danny Vaness Gaming, I like beat in like a day, or you know, beat the same day I started them. There we go. I jumped at the right time. Kind of a guesswork there. Sometimes you gotta know the pattern, but sometimes the pattern seems really long, and you know. Yeah. These go really fast. You gotta really think of your feet there. Ooh. There's a checkpoint. There's a checkpoint. Now, something people didn't mention is that in the original Crash, I don't know about this version, but in the original Crash version, original, is that, yes, you have to go through it without dying, getting all the boxes without dying, but what they don't mention is you can do, is if it's after you get a checkpoint. If you don't get a checkpoint and you die before that, you can actually still do it. You can actually still get all the boxes. And still get the gem. But it's only after you get a checkpoint, if you die then, that you can't get the gem. So if there was like a level with no checkpoints in the original version, if there was one, it wouldn't matter. Kind of like me doing that bonus round right there. I don't need to do it now. Screw it. It could just count as a checkpoint for now. Eh. I wouldn't lose anything, or it wouldn't be for nothing if I got that life, but still. Ugh. 31 boxes are gonna land on Crash. I'm dying here. Yeah. He's like, oh. That's what happens when you miss enough boxes. He just stays almost dead. Because we're almost dead, almost dead. Oh, I'm sorry.
What have we got?
That was a close one. See, what's annoying about these levels is you can imagine that Aku has something to him for the fact that he's like this. Source of light, but eventually that light goes out. And if you get hit, you lose your light. But luckily, there's the shadows in this version at least seem to be enough for me to see. Whoa. Now see, that's kind of cool that you get extra light like that. And of course I can't get all the boxes because of... Yeah. But we're not trying to go for all the boxes. Alright. Yeah, they seem to brighten it up a little bit. I can somehow see through this. Oh well. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was still kind of getting sweaty. I'm gonna save it after that, just in case. I don't know if I'll be that lucky next time. If something happens. Yeah. I was about to load that. Not that it would have mattered that much, it'd just be kind of wasting time. Well, I do have the blue gem. It said something about the blue gem, so... But I don't know if I'll decide to get all the boxes or not. Actually, getting all the boxes in this one is kind of rough sometimes. Because... I don't know. Something about it just like... Seems like I almost always miss at least one. No matter how much I memorize the level, I always miss one. Ugh! It like lands just wrong. Yes, this is going to be a long video. It's probably, at this point in time, it's going to be the longest RBD plays, or RB Dragons play so far. I mean, this is only the third game, so who knows? Actually, I'm not gonna try to get all the boxes in this one. Screw that. I'm only gonna try to get the ones that I need. Yeah, there's a blue gem path, but I'm not gonna take it. I mean, I guess I could show off how it looks, but you just look it up. Sorry if that's what you were hoping for when you watched this, though. Gee. Oh yeah. Well, at least do that. No, unfortunately, I didn't get all the Cortex things because the TNT blew it up. Oh well. Here we go. At least do this bonus round. Not that it's gonna matter, but you know. Alright. Okay, watch out for that. So show hands. I probably won't see them, so comment if you feel like it. Do you think Sonic team should? Do you think Sonic should get a new team to work on the 3D games? Because I think so. I'm killing him. Wow, almost 60 boxes. Missed. Well, that's because I didn't really care that much, so. I didn't even care. Yeah, if you have a green gem, something special happens up there. I'll just go ahead and say what it is. It's you get a whole bunch of lives. Believe it or not, I mean, well, you get like, I mean, you have to get the green gem. It's like after this level, but if you're in dire need of a bunch of lives, you're covered if you got the green gem and you come back here. And plus, you go through it and then you complete the level. Now, don't think that's a cheap way to be able to do the time trial, because the time trial, the clock is after you fall off, like where I did. Fell all the way down there. Let's see. Whee. Yeah. That one's getting like green stuff in it too. That push that steamy thing. What's all the way up here? Oh. I was thinking there was gonna be like a mask or something, but I guess not. I'm like almost playing through these like I am doing the time trial. Yeah, I know I'm gonna kill Crash after this, but you know. There we go. His back's not going to be that bad after this. His head, maybe, but, you know. Dr. Nitrous Brio. And I played this level for, on my PS4 version for, the, Didn't Get Show finale. Look on my other channel for me to describe what the Didn't Get Show is. Essentially, it was a series that started out as a review series and became its own fantasy thing that just had reviews in it. And the finale had nothing to do with the reviews, except that well. Blah blah blah. Wow. He's gonna start throwing these pink ones. Yeah, wah. And then and you do have to start all over even if he kills you like this. Essentially, the Nitrous Hulk Brio. I've lost to him sometimes. I'm gonna save it. I'm supposing I probably could have taken a break between this, but I didn't think about that. I thought it was like gonna be a little bit faster, but oh well. This level kind of varies in difficulty for me. There we go. At this point, I'm like kind of concentrating. Aku says this. Oh. I don't know if there's a box up there or not. For some reason I forgot. I'm thinking there is. But there's 2 boxes. Oh well. It's all good. For now it is. If I decide to go for the 100% completion thing, or 100 and whatever completion thing, then you'll see. Alright. You guys kind of make me think of something on Ratchet and Clank. Not the movie, I'm just talking about the games. Wait. I had to time it right. Why did I grab those? Ugh. I remember one time back when I had Untitled Team Gaming, which was essentially the same thing as Danny Vaness Gaming, except I mostly did stuff alone. But yeah, no, I mostly did things with Corey. I mostly play games with him, but where I'm getting at is I did do something by myself. I used to play Game Boy Advance games by myself, or you know, Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games by myself. But speaking of that, I played what do you call it? One of the Crash games, one of the Crash on Game Boy Advance, which are actually pretty good games, pretty decent at least. Except for Crash Purple, but, you know, it's the same thing for Spyro Orange. They're both kind of crap. Both the same game, just somehow the Spyro one's worse. I don't know how, but it is. And... oh boy. There we go. Great, but you missed 4 boxes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the longest level ever. Here we go, the longest level ever. Oh, that was intense. I don't know. Let's save it here, just in case. And we'll check something real quick. Okay, we're good. Ugh. Okay. Let's finish this game for now. In terms of just doing it regularly.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
This is a decent final boss. It's simple, but also kind of... it can be hard. Especially on your first time on it, so... Almost done. Almost done. Unless I somehow stupidly get hit here. There we go. And that was Crash Bandicoot, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching this really long... Wait. So that was Crash, ladies and gentlemen. So let's skip that, because it's the same credit scene for every one of them. Anyway, thanks for watching. And, I gotta say, this probably is the best way to play the original Crash. I can still enjoy the original version, but I would say this is a better one. So anyway, thanks for watching, and just remember to grab yourself a cold root beer, and have yourself a good day. Again, still developing the whole ending thing.